do that after the whoops yet, but pay attention to the ruts in the turns, and you'll see the front end of these guys kind of getting a little nervous. That means you're starting to get a lot of acceleration bumps, a lot of chop, and when you're running a stiff Supercross setup on your bike, those little bumps can be extremely difficult.
Another guy that this track is going to suit. Pretty much every track suits this man out front. Hayden Deegan right now, he's leading this practice session around, and there's his teammate right there, Max Anstey. But I mentioned track conditions, and talk a little bit about just how much lean angle, how much intensity that Hayden brings to a track, and these track conditions are gonna suit that style.
They are. You take A1 as a perfect example. It was loose and dry because of the wind, and you cannot ride. Hayden is very aggressive, high in the RPMs, likes a lot of lean angle in the turns, comes into the turns really fast, and so you kind of got to ride around that as he busts out the triple there after the whoops. When you come to a track like this that has pretty much unlimited traction, that is going to suit his riding style better than any other condition.
Now, I have to tell you, looking at that whoop section, we watched press day yesterday. I even went down there and looked at it this morning. You have to hit those whoops so fast. He made the triple after that section look so easy, but I'm telling you folks at home, that is not easy. That triple is very difficult, but the one making it look fairly simple.
And you got to think, hey, Levi Kitchen has been fastest in qualifying in 3 of the 4 sessions. So you got to think, I know Deegan, Max, Hymas, all these guys are focused on the championship, but man, you got to think they want to dethrone Levi from being the king of qualifying so far this year.
Well, you've won a championship for that team. Mitch Payton and that Pro Circuit Monster Energy Kawasaki team. What are they saying during the week to Levi? What's Mitch talking about? Is he happy with the speed? Just stay up in the first turn and I think we're good? Or what's he saying?
Yeah, I think right now as you see him just make a little mistake in the whoops, he's not able to get that triple. I think Levi, the worst thing he could do is start questioning himself and his approach to the race. It's racing. It happens. 2 kind of just weird crashes in the first corner, but everything else I've seen from him riding-wise, he doesn't need to change much. It's stay up in the first corner, and always when you not having the results, as you see Cameron McAdoo down in that bowl corner off the left-hand side of your screen, don't pay attention to the results. Focus on yourself and what you know how to do, and eventually you'll claw yourself out of that points deficit.
And you have to have some confidence, right? You have to have confidence going to sleep at night thinking, look, I've been so fast. I've came from last into the top 5 1 week ago, so you have to sleep good at night knowing that.
Well, if I was Levi, I would say to myself, man, the worst I think I can do is you go down in the first corner, I'm going to get 5th or 6th. So he already knows the worst case scenario. So I do agree that would take away a little bit of stress, JP.
Max Anstey, winner of Anaheim 1, really in dominating fashion, made a few passes to get to the lead, pulled about an 8-second gap. Then goes to San Diego, winning the race, had that altercation with his teammate. But if you're Max, you just have to put that behind you. Think about today. He's had the speed all season long. Most likely was going to get a second 1 week ago, got taken down, but still a pretty good start to the season for the 61.
Yeah, a good start, and what he was preaching after Anaheim 1 is how he wants to stay level-headed. He thinks that's his strength, so it's on perfect display, and it's a great challenge for him. How can he bounce back after such a frustrating moment in last week's main event? But Max is a veteran. He's obviously won plenty of races before. One of the most confident guys on the racetrack right now in this 250A practice. Max will be just fine.
Looking at lap times, Deegan on top with a 102.7. The next best is the 47 of Levi Kitchen, 104.1, as Anstey looks like he's on a fast lap right here. Sand section right there, that's going to play a factor here today.
It is, and Max Anstey, so far this season, he hasn't really put a whole lot of emphasis on qualifying. He's yet to qualify inside the top 5, so let's see if the strategy is going to change a little bit. Is he going to put a little more effort into qualifying, try to get the day started in a good direction, or is he going to do his normal deal, just check out the race lines?
It's so interesting because all the riders have a different opinion about that, right? For you, you qualified fastest multiple times throughout your career, but then you take a look at Ken Roxon, who started on the podium at both of the rounds in the 450 class. He's told us before, look, it doesn't really matter. As long as I feel good on the motorcycle, I'm fine, no matter if I'm 1st or 10th.
It all comes down to how you view it. What lens are you viewing qualifying in? What is your goal? I was a guy that loved to go out there and see my name on the top of the board. I thought It got my day started off in a good direction, but some guys aren't built like that. It's a different skill. It's a unique skill to be able to go out there and do one lap very fast.
Now, is there anything to it when you think about Max's career? The past 2 years, he's had the red plate multiple years. Last year, he was qualifying fastest to start at the opener there in Tampa, was really, really fast in Detroit, but ultimately got injured trying to throw down a fast lap in qualifying. So is there anything to that? Obviously, each season you learn, you try and grow. Anything to that for Max?
I don't think so. I think dirt bikes, it's a dangerous sport, and you're always taking risk, whether you're just going out there doing the jumps and rolling around or trying as hard as you can. You want to mitigate as much risk as you can, be as smart as you can, but ultimately you got to risk it if you want to win.
Cameron McAdoo, number 142 Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. We talked about him earlier. Look, if he's on the track and he's healthy, you know he's going to be near the podium or potentially even winning races.
He's just that guy, and we talked to him this week. He's always had just so much belief in his abilities. He's won races going back many years now, and so I think he sees himself as a guy that can contend for this championship, which of course is going to be hard after the result at Anaheim 1, but he's definitely a guy who I think will win a couple of races in this West Division at some point.
Mosiman 6th right now so far, 105.1, and how about on top right now, Deegan over a second.
Unbelievable.
Than everybody on track.
And we've made a lot talking about the past, Hayden getting around Max last week, knocking him down. But Hayden's speed on the motorcycle, ever since San Diego, the first practice at San Diego, he's got a point to prove. He's gone to the next level, and he has been dominant speed-wise. Even in his heat race last weekend in San Diego, he was unreal, and he was clearly far and away the best guy on track. So if you're Levi Kitchen, Michael Mosiman, Chance Hymas, these guys, Max Anstey, you got to put a stop to that. You got to do everything in your power before Hayden gets on a roll and starts clicking these things off every weekend.
And don't you think it starts here? Open the show with momentum starts right here on Race Day Live. And I truly believe that if you can get the momentum started early in your day, the day just goes by so much better.
And especially right now, the situation, Hayden over a second faster. Hayden goes back and sees that lap time, and it just takes a lot of stress from the day away. Oftentimes when a guy is going that much faster than the second place guy, it's coming to him easily. It's very repeatable. So Hayden Deegan in form right now. If I'm Kitchen, I'm trying to throw one down, let him know I'm still there.
Oh, here he goes, the 47 starting a fast lap right here. Option lane here, he's going inside, going over that wall. You can go around that outside and go triple-double, but a lot of guys electing that inside.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which one plays out better, but how about how deep the ruts are in the turns already, JB? This is a completely different vibe than we had at Anaheim 1 just a couple weeks ago.
Makes a little mistake right there, goes from inside to out. Actually, not sure if that was a mistake or not. You think that was on purpose?
I think it was a mistake. Yeah, I think the front end got a little tall. He pushed a little wide. Very different racetrack than what we've seen so far this year. You can tell it's pretty fast. There's a lot of tractions. You see Levi, not all the 250 guys have been able to triple onto that tabletop. So let's see if he's able to get this 3-3 after the whoops.
Now this is so critical right here. Can he get in that pocket right there? He does. He goes triple. Only able to get that double. There's so much time lost just in that one little section.
And when you triple, the pocket of the second triple into the corner is a little shallower. So I think a lot of these 250 guys you're going to see kind of seat bounce that jump to get the height to make that triple into the turn.
104.1 was that last lap around, so a couple tenths slower than his fastest lap. You have to think if he was able to get that triple out, that's going to be worth at least half a second.
It is. Let's take another look at him through the whoops here. A lot of these guys going to the left side. Hops in the pocket, is able to get the first triple, but you see how shallow that second pocket is. I think in order to get that next triple, sometimes when the pocket is shallow like that, you have to find a rut that is able to throw you high enough to get to make the triple into the turn. So really technical spot there. Let's keep an eye on that one.
Well, he's on another fast lap right here. Oh, makes a little mistake there. Can he still go triple out?
You see him shift up probably to fourth gear, entering that turn for the whoops. See, went a little further to the right, not able to do that triple. I think he's going to back it down here.
That's going to be interesting to pay attention just to that triple after the whoops. You see on the bottom of your screen the 61 of Max Anstie. Stands all the way around that turn on the left side. Does he get the triple?
Just comes up a little bit short. I love that line cutting inside of all those ruts there before the finish line. But you see, even in between the double before the finish line there's ruts. Anytime you see these guys lean in one way or another in the air, most of the time they're trying to line the bike up with the rut they're landing in. So this track right now this is the most technical track we've had so far in 2026.
See Max make a little mistake right there. He was going for another fast lap, but it makes a little mistake as we go to Hayden Deegan on the one.
Picking up right where he left off, JB. 102.7. I mean, that's some speed right there.
1.2 faster than everybody on track, and that just has to feel good. That has to feel so good to start the day like that. And I love what you said. It looks repeatable for Hayden right now. It doesn't look like he's on edge. He was able to get the triple after the whoops. Really no problem. Looks good.
He does. He does. And if I'm any of these guys that want to win this championship, of course, they're all trying their best. They're all doing the best they can. But I'm putting a lot of emphasis on, as you see Levi bust out that triple. It's a technical little section for these 250 guys. I think the race can be won or lost if you're able to do that 3-3 consistently in the main event this evening.
And it's almost like you have to over jump the first three just a little bit to use your suspension to unload to get that next triple into the corner.
Well said.
Hayden Deegan starts off his day here at round 3 just like how he wants it. 102.7, 1.2 seconds faster than everybody on track. Levi Kitchen second. Hymas, that's a solid one for him. How about Max Vohland? Heat race win 1 week ago in San Diego. Top 5 here to start Q1. But that man, he has been unstoppable. Red Bull KTM's Eli Tomac, 2 for 2 on the season. He's going to be on track when we come back.
get to watch Eli as we see Chase do that 3-3 after the whoops.
Chase looks good here on this lap. That long rhythm lane, he was able to do the fastest way around. Let's see what his time is right now. He goes to second, 103.0, only 1/10 off the lead. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, and we know Chase is unbelievable, and he could go out here and be 2 seconds faster than everyone, and we wouldn't be surprised. But ultimately, for Chase, it's those in-race mistakes that he's got to clean up. He's got to execute come main event time, but man, watching Chase Sexton ride a motorcycle, it's a pleasure to watch.
Justin Cooper on the number 32, sitting third right now, 103.3. Haley, you have more on Jay Coop?
Yeah, and it's actually a great transition coming from Chase Sexton to Justin Cooper, because looking back at the hard charger results on the SMX app, Justin Cooper is second to Chase in passes made in the main events, both on account of less than ideal starts in their respective races. So we're looking at Sexton and his pace, and we say it's one of the best in class because it is. But through what lens are we viewing Justin Cooper and his ability to move so far forward in these main events? Is the speed there?
He's been quiet, a little quiet so far this year, not his usual great starts, but last week, one of the best rides on the track coming through the field. And this guy, if he is able to get a start and he's able to find a decent way through the whoops, there's no doubt he can contend for a win at some point this season. It's a tall task with everybody healthy right now. Eli ripping, Kenny ripping, but Jay Coop, he has one coming, I believe.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Let's see if we can get Jay Coop through the whoops there. We're going to see if he's getting that jump line down. We did see him earlier in qualifying session where he was able to get that down, and that's going to set him up nice for that whoop section. You see the number 46, Justin Hill, on screen. There's Jay Coop right there going triple, not able to get triple into that corner. Really curious if he was able to get that jump line through there. Looks like he's kind of laying up, maybe setting up another fast lap.
And you can tell that second triple coming into the turn after the whoops, there's really only 1 or 2 ruts kind of on the middle left part of the track that where the face is tall enough where you can actually downside the triple into the corner. So that's one of those things you have to go through the whoops and you have to put your bike within a 6-inch period over that triple. It's just hard to do lap after lap.
So far, Tomac, Roczen, Sexton out front. Sexton goes to the top, 102.2.
Wow.
Top of the 32, Justin Cooper on a good one right now. He's in fourth with a 103.3. So can he drop a second as he wheelies over that? What a line.
Oh, that was so cool. And Jay Coop, he's one of the best guys that we've seen in the corners. Just like that, making the corners so tight, so small, but still you can see there's no hesitation in the middle of his turns.
Here he goes outside, going to cut down. So he gets right on top of the whoops. Let's see if he can get this triple. He does go triple. Does he get triple?
There he goes.
He does.
He found the rut.
Looking, a lot of criticism for Jay Coop and skimming whoops. That looked pretty good. Still able to get that triple.
It did. Let's see if the lap time reflects.
103.7, so a little bit slower than his fast lap, but still.
He's in the ballpark. He's in the ballpark. In the whoops, notoriously, the whoops are always the hardest to hit in the first practice because the track crew, SMX track crew, goes in between the practices in the heat races and knocks them down a little bit, smooths them out, so he'll be fine.
How about this man?
So good.
96 of Hunter Lawrence, nearly gets the win. He went up the inside of Eli Tomac with 1 to go last week in San Diego. It was going to have to be aggressive. He said it. Wasn't able to get the lead, but in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that to me was as good as a win.
Oh, I love it.
Hunter Lawrence.
I loved it, and I think when Ken Roczen, for one, if there's been any critique of Hunter Lawrence, it's that in the opening laps he's got to be a bit faster, and him able to keep Ken Roczen behind him the first 5 or 6 laps of that main event, I thought that's going to go a long way for his confidence. And just seeing how he didn't settle. He didn't settle. Once Eli got around him, Kenny got around him, he still had the goal of winning the race. He wasn't just satisfied with getting a podium, which to me, in years past, Hunter would have settled a little more, but now he knows he can do it.
Eli Tomac 2 for 2 to start the season. Unbelievable start to this season. And look, only 4 guys in the history of our sport have ever started the season with 3 or more wins. Jimmy Ellis, Rick Johnson, Jeremy McGrath's done it 3 times. Does that surprise you at all?
It does not.
Does not surprise you. But the last man to do it, James Stewart in 2007, he started the first 3 rounds with victory. So it's really difficult to do. But Eli Tomac, he's up for the challenge here today.
And he's just answered every question we've had. He's looked solid across the board. Let's see, Chase throws another fast one down. A 101.9. Wow, he is on one.
Full second faster than everyone on track. He was fastest qualifier 9 times last year in 2025. He was fast qualifier just a couple weeks ago here at Anaheim 1. So a good start to the day for the number 4.
And look at how close the top 7 guys are. Unbelievable.
The speed of these guys, Adam. Look, you and I have been on track with these guys, but the level that they've gotten to just in the past couple of years, it's absolutely unbelievable. And Chase Sexton proves just that. 101.9 to Tomac's 102.9. There's Ken Roczen. He's at it again. 103.0. He's looking good. Jay Coop and Hunter Lawrence round out your top 5. We'll catch up with the number 4 in that Monster Energy Kawasaki when we come back.